Today I'm going to be reading The Train to Maine. I chose this book because I really like Maine and just all the places you can go there. My favorite part of Maine is Kennebunkport. And after I'm done reading this book, I hope you like it as much as I do. The Train to Maine. Every day at noon, the tracks start to hum with a traveling tune. With a whir and a whoosh and a clickety-clack, the train to Maine roars down the track. Over the trestle, high in the sky, its sleek silver cars go streaking on by. It doesn't stop, doesn't even slow down. The train to Maine just rushes through town. Oh, the train to Maine is Portland bound. From Boston that's up, but to Maine we go down. We'll maid in the waves, have a lobster feast, riding north out of Boston, heading down east. Down at the station we find the track. We head down the platform, our bags all packed. The conductor greets us, gives us his hat a tip, punching our tickets with a brisk snip, snip. We leave North Station at 12 o'clock, chugging slowly at first, then cars start to rock. Past honking drivers and jammed traffic lanes, leaving Boston in the dust on our way to Maine. On the train to Maine, we're Portland bound. From Boston it's up, but to Maine we go down. We'll catch a sea breeze to beat the heat, riding north out of Boston, heading down east. We race along, engines starting to purr as southbound freight cars go by in a blur. We roar past a playground, a station, a square, over a trestle high in the air. The train whistle blows as a crossing nears, warning cars and trucks to settle their gears. Drivers line up at the flashing sign as the train to Maine speeds down the line. On the train to Maine, we're vacation bound. From Boston it's up, but to Maine we go down. We'll laze on a lake, gobble blueberry treats, riding north out of Boston, heading down east. Rails hug the curves of a riverside through crisscross girders of a bridge so wide. High above water, the wheels whoosh along, slick tracks singing a traveling song. Birch trees shimmer against a clear blue sky as white-spired steeples go flickering by, leaving mill towns and smokestacks far behind. We're headed north with Maine on our minds. On the train to Maine, we're adventure bound. From Boston it's up, but to Maine we go down. We'll fish from a skiff, catch a deep sea beast, riding north out of Boston, heading down east. Exeter, Durham, and Dover too. The conductor calls out, stations clear and true. All down the train we hear him shout, calling Dover, Dover, this way out. Passengers hurry to climb inside, eager to join us on our Maine-bound ride. With a wave, the conductor gives the okay, and the train to Maine rolls on its way. On the train to Maine, we're Portland bound. From Boston it's up, but to Maine we go down. We'll sail on a ship, skim the sunlit seas, riding north out of Boston, heading down east. Next stop, Wells Saco, Old Orchard Beach. The end of the line is nearly in reach. Then a glimpse of the sea down a narrow lane. Hooray, hooray, At last, we're in Maine. Ocean waves beckon, the sea air Ocean waves beckon, smell the sea air, cross along a low bridge, and we'll soon be there. Portland comes into view on a high hilltop as the train to Maine slows to a stop. On the train from Maine, we're homeward bound. Our time is up, we're winding down. We'll watch out the windows and maybe catch some Z's riding south of Portland and dreaming down east. That end. So, if you were wondering what down east means, it says it right in the back of the book. So I'm going to read that too. Although the state of Maine lies north of Massachusetts, parts of the Maine coast stretch out to the east past Boston. Long ago, when ships piled the coastal waters of New England, sailors traveling from Boston to Maine used to say they were heading down east because they had to sail downwind to get there. Returning to Boston required sailing into the wind or upwind, so sailors spoke of going up to Boston. And it also says something about the train after that. The Downeastern train is Amtrak's rail service between Boston, Massachusetts, and Portland, Maine. The trip takes less than 2.5 hours one way. So that was an interesting fact. I hope you liked this book as much as me. And I really like Maine. And maybe someday you might take the train to Maine. Bye!